Well, one thing I learned tonight is as the feature sponsor, I should ask a copy of all the presentations and read them before, because I did ask Colleen, first of all, keep my bio brief, and she said she would, but she lied. Secondly, she stole my thunder for my opening line, and so I'll have to go for a plan B. I'm just kidding. But I wanted to, first of all, just re-recognize everyone. This event is put place by a bunch of volunteers, in between Colleen and Susan and Tara and Sean and the Jennifers from the Bayshore team, Tracy and Kim. This is all volunteers doing this in whatever free time they have outside their family commitments and their professional commitments. And I would like just to recognize one more time a sign of applause for those who volunteered their time. As Colleen shared, this event was really a brainstorm from a lunch we had in December, and we were just trying to think about what ways could we change how Tampa views the marketing community here, and what could we do to be a game changer in 2010, and I swear there was no alcohol at lunch, but we came with all kinds of ideas. There's an old thing in the marketing world that agencies go out and have 2 martini lunches. I haven't found that to be true yet, but I'm looking forward to the day. But we brainstormed on what would be a game changer in the community, and we thought, you know what, if we could bring some big brands out there that we scratch our heads and have question marks about, Google, Facebook, it would be really great to have them come to town and share with us some of the things that they see out there and the coaching and the ideas that they can share with our businesses to help our businesses go to the next level. But it's always one perspective to hear a brand like Facebook or Google share what they feel that we could do. But we also felt it'd be valuable if we could have people who are practitioners, people that are marketers in our community that we can relate to, that we feel like, gosh, you know, I heard what Facebook says, I heard what Google said, but I'm intimidated by this long list and I'm not sure I know where to get started. Well, we've brought to the table today too 3 local organizations who have crossed the path into embracing social media, search engine optimization, and really the integration of both. And a lot of what we're going to talk about today is some advice from all the parties here. And I don't think there's any right or wrong answers in what you hear today, just hopefully some takeaway value that you can have to help you help manage, start, create, implement, and execute your own marketing strategies. But as Colleen said, there's more. There's one other value those of you get today, and that is we are going to be giving away a new iPad today. So, for those of you who haven't registered for the drawing yet, there will be a stand out front, and we're just taking business cards in the fishbowl. You all know the drill. But we'll have an opportunity at the end of the night. We will pull a business card out, and we'll be giving away an iPad. So, good luck with that today. So, just a quick introduction. I think what we're going to talk about today is social and search marketing, and why integrating both is the best win for marketers. Many tactics today may work in silos, but the integration of both is probably where most companies see the best return on their investment of time and dollars. And we'll talk a little bit about this today. But I'm going to go back to some old history. I'm sure some of you have heard this quote by John Wanamaker before. John died in 1922. This quote is almost a century old. And it goes, I know what half of my advertising dollars are wasted. I just don't know which half. Who in the room here today feels a little bit about that almost a century later? We know some's working, we know some's not working, but we have a difficult time really knowing for sure what is and isn't working. A century later, this hasn't changed. It continues to be a challenge for all of us. We're here today to talk about trying to get a better understanding, not so much of what's wasted, but really what's working. And we're here today to try to help you find more ways of get your marketing initiatives working instead of wasted. So just some interesting things here. There's some data here about marketers' confidence in their search and social presence. In this particular slide, and this is just from April 14th, it says that 35% of marketers surveyed felt that their social media presence was generating revenue and profits for their company. 65% did not. And again, this is from 13 days ago. But yet, on 26 days ago, a similar survey to marketers felt that they were unsure if their search and social marketing was working for them. 50% felt optimistic it was, and 12% said flat out dead no, it was not. So in less than a 2-week period at a time, we see a difference of data from marketers being surveyed, and it just, I think, goes out there that there's a little bit of the wild, wild west, still a mystery to many of us in our web marketing initiatives. And do we know which part of our initiatives are working dollars or wasted dollars? And it appears from different surveys that there's not a consistent answer out there. And again, our goal here today is to give you some tips and tricks to get some of that information for you. Companies that were surveyed here did say that the ones that were successful were most successful when they integrated both their search and social presences together. And here's what some of them said. The integration of search and social together improved, 91% said they saw improvement in their search rankings. 90% saw an increase in traffic from targeted keywords. 89% saw an expanding content shown in search results. 80% saw an improvement in ROI from the search programs. And maybe most importantly, 78% saw an increase in leads. So again, it's the integration of search and social seems to have some of the best value out from the marketer surveyed just recently. So just as an example, I thought I'd share with you some examples that we've been around and seen. One here is we've had a client who's in the women's cosmetics industry and have been embracing search engine optimization, paid search, the Google Content Network, display advertising. But just recently, in February, we had a campaign, and using Facebook, they were able to get a return on their advertising spend of 14 to 1. For every dollar in Facebook advertising they spent, they got $14 back in sales. It was the best return on ad spend they had ever had before. Facebook was very popular, it very helped, but we recognized that it was their domination for years as a search strategy and using the content network and other display advertising that probably helped propel that the best. Another example, we had a customer just in January of this year who'd been in the search marketing business since 2005, very well organically optimized, a minimal paid search, but they created their Facebook fan page just recently in January of this year. First quarter results, sales are up 53%. And so we really think that the combination of their search and social strategy are really what's helping them propel to the next level. And it's almost like the equation of one being search and one being social, but having a net value of that equaling 3. So instead of 1 + 1 = 2, the integration of these seems to have a catapult value over and above just the two individual components themselves. And third, again, is another customer of ours, been a client for a few years, and they've been very, very disciplined in their search engine strategy, blogging, social media, Twitter, Facebook, they have all of these. But as a company who's embraced search engine optimization since, quote unquote, the early days, like 4 or 5 years ago, they're still seeing a significant growth in their traffic from something that many people would have thought would have matured and leveled off. As an example, just their organic search traffic is still increasing 38% after years of doing search engine optimization, but I really don't believe it's the complement of their social strategy, their blogging strategy, and their content and messaging strategy that they're still seeing 38% growth. We're talking about a company who last month had 98,000 unique visitors. So starting with them, their visit count was probably in the teens, and a few years later have built that up to almost 100,000 unique visits a month. It's not just from a search engine optimization strategy. It's from a combination of a search strategy, a paid search strategy, a media buy strategy, and a social strategy, and it's what's really generating the most measurable results. So again, I'll ask yourself, do you know which of your advertising dollars are working or wasted? We're here today to help educate you on what you may want to focus on so you can get a clearer answer to this question. We're going to do that today. We've got a panel of experts, as Colleen was talking about earlier. With us today, we have Mike Haynes from Facebook, traveled to join us from Atlanta today. Thanks for coming down. Sam Feldman from Google, traveling all the way down from Boston. Tom Hoof from the Tampa Bay Rays is here with us. We have Doug Sparks from Offshore Sailing School out of Fort Myers, and Peter Taylor, the Director of Marketing for Sarasota Memorial. They're all here to tell you about their experiences and hopefully give you some takeaway value for your own marketing initiatives. Who is Bayshore Solutions? Well, we're a 14-year-old interactive agency headquartered right here in Tampa. Colleen did a good job introducing. We help companies optimize their internet marketing experience to have the maximum value of generating new inquiries, leads, and customers and sales for your organization. We do that by providing web design and web development services and web marketing services around search engine optimization, social media management, and email marketing. Colleen shared some of the accolades that our company has experienced, and one of them is last year we had 37 interactive and creative awards with our customers and our partners. As Colleen was sharing, tonight when we get done with the panel of experts sharing with you some of the tips and tricks and tactics that help them be effective, we'll be taking questions. And again, you can text those questions into the number 24453 and then hit FB, the space bar, and what your question is. I'll be reviewing those questions and asking them of the panel, and we look forward to hopefully educating you and helping you take your own marketing initiatives to the next level.